mercy, Jesus Christ. He's just nice, he just slice like a Ginsu. Look at the life that I've been through. I'm the last real nigga alive, that's official. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. He's just nice, he just slice like a Ginsu. Look at the life that I've been through. I'm the last real nigga alive, that's official. Y'all don't know about my Biggie walls. Who you thought kicking the door was for? But that's my heart, y'all still tripping off the jigger shit. Real niggas listen up and I'ma tell you how the whole thing start. Off top I brung Queens up from hard times, rocking at the fever, streets was all mine. It was my version of the blues, dropping out schools. The crack epidemic had rap representing the rules, so I got in them shoes, tried them, wore them. Wasn't a perfect fit so I couldn't sport them. Young murderers ride, I knew all them. Jungle got shot, Will died, we was warring. I wrote it in my album. I was 18 with Lake Cena Allen, and Lord held me down and my surroundings started changing. I had a baby, I was making my rounds with AZ. Niggas started noticing my flow and was open when to go to the child closed them in with more style than them older men. Puff tried to start a label. Prince Rakeem had formed Wu-Tang. Snoop and Dre had a new thing, so Puff drove his new range through Queensbridge projects. He let me drive it before Ready to Die hit. Big and I hit blunts performing at the Arc. Next thing you knew, Big Blue when all the balling starts. He had Kim and his crew. I found Fox, only niggas in New York with #1 charts. Big was ahead of his time. Him and Raekwon, my niggas, but dig it, they couldn't get along. That's when Ghostface said it on the purple tape. Bad boy biting Nas album cover weight. Big told me Ray was stealing my slang, and Ray told me out in Shaolin Big would do the same thing, but I borrowed from both them niggas. Jigga started to flow like us, but hit with ain't no niggas. Had much Versace swagger. Big admired the Brooklynite. It took him in his iceberg. The rappers today don't know nothing about this bullshit. There's more shit to wanting to be this king of New York shit. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. He's just nice, he just slice like a Ginsu. Look at the life that I've been through. I'm the last real nigga alive, that's official. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. He's just nice, he just slice like a Ginsu. Look at the life that I've been through. I'm the last real nigga alive, that's official. Rap became a version of Malcolm and Martin. Rest in peace, Will, Queensbridge live on. There's some ghetto secrets I can't rhyme in this song. There's some missing pieces I had to leave out. Had lost trust for Steve Stout at some point till I got to know him. We old friends, but what's loyal? Puff soaked in the scope offices with champagne bottles on Steve. And Steve thought the drama's on me, cause previously it would have been against whoever, friends forever. However, I learned with some niggas it's all business, but I'm a street dude with morals. Then this niggas would jiggle too much. He used to say Jay wanted my spot. I laughed, stayed home, never hung a lot. A quiet man who used to be alone planning. Baby moms thought I was too quiet, couldn't stand it. She hit the streets, later on she hitting the sheets with a rapper who wanted me on his song, thinking he's strong. I taught her how to watch for cars who might follow. Taught her street shit that I know. Her weakness was shine, yo, but that's her. I ain't mad, baby, it made me stronger. Now I get my paper longer. Illmatic, I was boss. It was written, I floss. One of the most creative LPs ever to hit stores. In the firm, I learned I am Nostradamus, QB's finest. Uchiwali faced more problems. I gave it all up so I could chill at home with mama. She was getting old and sick, so I stayed beside her. We had the best time. She asked, would I make more songs? I told her not till I see her health get more strong. In the middle of that, Jay tried to sneak attack, assassinate my character, degrade my hood. Cause in order for him to be the Don, Nas had to go. The Gambino rules I understood, which I once see I already had. The gift and the curse, fuck that shit. The first shall be last, I'm the man's man. A rapper's rapper, G-O-D, S-O-N, there'll be none after. I was Scarface, Jay was Manolo. It hurt me when I had to kill him, and his whole squad for Dola. For Dola, for Dola, for Dola, for Dola, for Dola, for Dola, for Dola. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. He's just nice, he just slice like a Ginsu. Look at the life that I've been through. I'm the last real nigga alive, that's official. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. He's just nice, he just slice like a Ginsu. Look at the life that I've been through. I'm the last real nigga alive, that's official. one should not do. And though I know it's wrong, every now and then I phone just to talk to you. There's no right and no reason even you try to be cool. The strangest times can be a connection if you trust to hide to choose. Sometimes you cross my mind, and I don't know why, but I'll hear from you. Though I want to stay close, I realize the most will ever be as good friends. I've got kids at home, I can't leave them alone. This I'm feeling you. I've got another life, 'cause I still love my wife. Though I still want to you. There's no right and no reason, even when you try to be cool. Even when you try. The strangest times can be a connection. Yeah. Trust to hide to see. Even when you trust your heart. There's no right and no reason, even when you try to be cool. At the strangest times, can be a connection if you trust to hide to choose. There's no right and no reason, even when you try to be cool. The strangest times can be a connection if you trust to hide to choose.
All right, we here. We're here. So I feel a little mixed up with the music and whatnot. You know, a little technical difficulties, but we here and we're gonna speak on this Diddy thing. We're gonna jump right into this. But before I do, in the name of Amen, the Supreme, the All Powerful, the one and only true Lord, in Amen we trust, and Amen we thank, and in Amen we continue forward forever. So I'm gonna be giving my thoughts on this Diddy thing, what's going on with Sean, Puff Daddy, P Diddy Combs, and you know, all of that hoopla. You know, honestly, a lot of energy is being put into nothing when it comes to stuff like this. A lot of energy is being put into people because it's a distraction. You see, it's a distraction, another distraction. You know, you actually have, I want y'all to take a look at this. They so desperate. I'm talking about the government or whoever. They're sitting up here arresting music artists, people in the recording business. They sitting up here arresting music artists, people in the recording business. You got people up here selling all kinds of drugs and doing all kinds of kidnapping and human trafficking and whatnot. And you're gonna tell me that they wasted resources, they wasted manpower on and going to arrest some dude who has some freaky ass parties? Because that's what this is about. Diddy has some freaky parties. Okay? He has some freaky parties, all right, with a bunch of freaky people that wanted to freak off with him. So I'm trying to understand what the crime is. Whether they were sodomite parties, whether they was being sodomites and whatever the hell else they was doing. Like I said, these are people who engage knowingly in wild and weird sexual, you know, parties or whatever. Because I think they got him sitting up here, trying to lock him up for sex trafficking and all this other nonsense. And you know, I'm like, is it something deeper? Something that y'all not seeing here? You do know that the whole sex trafficking thing came from originally started with something called the Mann Act. The Mann Act, MANN, the Mann Act. Anybody familiar with that? Can everybody hear me good? I want to make sure I'm coming in clear. Can everybody hear me? All right. So I want to make sure I'm coming in clear. But my point is that here's a person who did nothing but have consensual sex with a bunch of freaky people who also wanted to have consensual sex. I don't care if it's Cassie. I don't care whoever the hell else. This guy in jail who's sitting up here talking about some Diddy drugged him. I don't believe that. That's the same thing they say with Bill Cosby. That's the same thing. They drugging people and all this other stuff. But yet you go back and you keep going to these things and you keep engaging in these things. And it don't make no sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. How you gonna sit up here? And like I said, I don't agree with none of the stuff he do. I don't know this dude, and nobody really know this dude, Diddy. And I'm not sticking up for him, but I find it kind of strange that the government, the FBI, or whoever is getting involved in, you know, this guy having sex parties and trying to bring him up on human trafficking and stuff. It's more to it than this, of course. Like I said, the theory has been thrown out that Diddy got some tapes on some people. He got some recordings on some people. Some of these wealthy Caucasian businessmen, right? And then they point to the dispute he's having about with this liquor company that he was supposed to be basically shilling for, because that's what you Negroes do when you get these, when they start acting like, oh, this is my brand here and this is my brand. No, what it is, the real liquor brand puts them out in the face, the forefront, right, to sell liquor to Negroes. You know what I'm saying? To sell cheap liquor to Negroes and act like it's some high quality stuff. Because you know, if they get Diddy or any of these other people, look, man, they see them all the same. They see them as a bunch of damn Negroes. Okay? They see them as a bunch of Negroes. So actually, you know, they act like Diddy had all this money, but you know, it's money in dealing with Negroes. So, you know, Diddy had this, you know, because he was in the music business, even though he ain't relevant in music no more. He's not relevant at all. But you know how Caucasians think. They probably still think he's relevant in music. He's nothing but a mascot, just like Jay-Z. When you see Jay-Z sitting at the Knicks games, just like Spike Lee, they mascots. They get those tickets to go sit in the front. They get them little minority shares of the damn team, like how they gave Jay-Z the little minority share of the Nets, which was really nothing. You know, just for him to sit in the audience and just bring people to the arena. They do that. They treat these people like mascots. It's like how Jay-Z is connected to the whole Live Nation thing, Rock Nation thing. That's all. These people do mascots for white people to get money, man. That's all they do. And they get them they throw them a few nigga pennies. You know what I mean? They give them some nigga pennies, just like what they did with Diddy and what they did with Dame Dash, giving them an Almondale vodka and the Almond. Man, go ahead with that. These guys, how come they, what happened to their Almondale vodka? You see? These Negroes really think they businessmen. They really believe they businessmen. Let me tell you something. They're not businessmen. They're not. Real businessmen start businesses. They don't have labels. They don't have white backup. They don't do that. Berry Gordy was a real businessman. John H. Johnson was a real businessman. Berry Gordy had a record company, not a record label. Okay? Learn the difference. Berry Gordy, Mr. Berry Gordy, had a record company. A real independent record company that had its own distribution until they got with MCA later and they start distributing your record, because that's the biggest thing in being able to have a real record company is you can control your distribution and get your money that way. You see? So no, these Negroes don't have no, and Diddy, he's a bad boy. These are record labels. These are not no record companies. You see? They're not no record. They're record labels. And like I said, they let these Negroes make money. They let Diddy and them make money, but they still see them as a bunch of niggas, man. That's how they see them. And that's why whoever, you know, they like I said, they let them get, they want to get the black money. So they get a black mascot to get the black money. And that's how these guys get put on in these so-called positions and opportunities. They're just using y'all to get so-called black people's money. That's all. And Diddy ain't no different. All these guys, they ain't no real businessmen, man. Because without Caucasians, they would be dead in the water, man. Without Caucasians helping them, backing them, bankrolling them, they would be dead in the water. I was never impressed by these people. I never looked at them as real businessmen. I never saw them that way. I just saw them as a bunch of fronts for the Caucasian, you know, the Caucasians who could employ, you know, the small hats, them small hats, as they say, you know. That's all they for, man. You know, and this thing with Diddy, because I'm not going to be sitting up here talking too long. I just use that to open up with so people, you know, but I don't care about this because, you know, Diddy, you know, he basically was along with Suge Knight and them people and poisoning the minds of our people, man. Pushing drug dealing, pushing all the stereotypical things that the so-called white man love to hear black people pushing. You know, you Negroes sell drugs, everybody gangsters, everybody want to be killers, everybody want to be, you know, whatever. That's what they push. So this is what Diddy pushed in his music. You see, that's what he pushed through Biggie, through one of these other guys he had on there, but they wasn't talking about nothing, man. You know. And like I said, he got linked up in a bunch of stuff. He was around them people. He wanted to be around these Caucasians, like how a lot of you black males get when you get some money, because you know that if you're not really, you know, they want to get connected to these Caucasians and think that these are your friends. You know, remember Diddy's at these parties dancing all on these Caucasians and whatnot. He was with that guy. What's the guy, Mark Jacobs or Zach Posen, and one of them dancing up all on these Caucasians in a homosexual looking way, dancing up on them. They already got sugar in their tank already. So he's part of that little cabal right there. So whatever Diddy got going on and why they arrested him, that obviously was some people with big money that put them feds on that guy. They put the feds on Diddy. Like I said, they looking for tapes. They said they looking for things he had. They looking for stuff he got on tape about certain people. Because you know how these crackers are. They'll party with niggas, man. They'll party with you. They'll freak off with you. You know, but Diddy must have caused some recording stuff for later on to get some leverage. But they just gonna give him the black treatment. They're gonna give him the black treatment, and talking about Diddy, Bad Boy, Jay, all these people. You know, this is just a little world that is created for black people. This is a little world that is created for black people so that they could get your attention. That's all. This is nothing but a little world that is created for black people to follow. All right? Hey, Dad! Dad! I'm calling my wife. So, you know, I mean, I don't like the Negro news. We need some coconut, man. Coconut, man. Yeah. Please, always. I love how my coffee tastes. I have my lovely wife give me some coconut oil in my coffee. But anyway, I don't go for the Negro news, man. I don't like the Negro news. Okay, this is Negro news. You see, these are things that are distracting our people. Who, I mean, like realistically, like, I mean, it's something to talk about, but so if anything happened to black people or concerning our people or whatever so-called black people, you think Diddy would care? You think Diddy would care if something happened to so-called black people, something would happen that was, as long as they ain't bothering Diddy and his money or whatever, he don't care about black people, man. He don't care about black people. He care about Diddy. That's all Diddy care about is Diddy. So let Diddy worry about Diddy, man. Let Diddy worry about Diddy and what's going on with him and all this other nonsense. Like I said, he decided to lay down with these degenerates. He wanted to have the company of a bunch of degenerates, these Caucasian degenerates, you see, who nothing but a bunch of weirdos and freakos. Because now, you know, they always try to make it seem like, that's the thing now, that these black guys, they doing all this sex stuff in Hollywood and they having people do all kind of sodomite stuff. Look, man, that stuff been going on with these Caucasians. You see, the Caucasian Zionists, they've been going on with that. They've been doing that stuff since forever, man. They've been free. They pulled Diddy into stuff like that. You see, but now they want to make Diddy like he's the one. He's just so damn evil, and he's doing all these sex things. Now they show him beating up the girl Cassie, right? And I'm like, but Cassie, how bad did you feel for Cassie? Cassie stayed, and Cassie took the money. Now ask yourself a question: is Cassie going to give some of that money to help battered women? She going to give some of that $30 million out to help battered women? No. And 9 times out of 10, this ain't nothing but a humiliation ritual that they doing to Diddy, like how they did with Will Smith. Well, they had that guy, Brother Bilal. Remember that guy, Brother Bilal, who said he seen Dwayne Martin, Will Smith getting bent over by Dwayne Martin. Now, I don't doubt that's true. But what happened to him? He said he was going to expose this, expose that. But they must have gave him some money to go away and be quiet. You don't hear nothing from him no more. All right? You don't hear nothing from him no more. They must have gave him some money. Some people, and Will Smith ain't going to act like none of this stuff happened. Right? Because, you know, this their humiliation ritual, this their shaming ritual. They got to go through all of that. Right? Jonathan Majors. Right? You seeing the guy, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. Look, man, they in that world with these Caucasians, you see, and, you know, they get signed up into things. They walk through that door, as they say, and they just do all these things. They bend over, do whatever the hell they got to do to keep getting their money, keep being famous and whatnot. So that's all that is, man. I honestly don't have no opinion on this Diddy thing. I just use this as a battering ram to the real topics at hand. Next topic, because I'm through talking about Diddy. I could care less, honestly. And I think this is all karma coming back because, you know, he beat Biggie, you know, well, some people say he beat people out of their publishing and stuff like that. And I'm like, he probably did. And if he did, I don't know, allegedly he beat people out of their money for their publishing and stuff like that. So if he really did do that, if that really, because don't nobody really know except the artists that say so, then I guess he just getting his comeuppance. He getting his just desserts. I know a lot of these bad boy rappers who did get ripped off, who ain't seen no money, who died broke, or the people that know these people, they probably laughing their ass off right now. The people that got hurt at that damn college basketball game, that celebrity so-called basketball game, where these simple ass Negroes crushed each other trying to get in there just to see some people. Y'all so hysterical to be around a bunch of so-called celebrities, which ain't nothing but a bunch of damn puppets for these Caucasians. Y'all so desperate, y'all gonna push people. Y'all gonna start acting like savages and animals and push each other to where y'all crush each other. That was in '91 when Diddy did that that so-called charity basketball game, which he got paid off of, and so 9 people died off that. 9 people, he didn't want to open the doors because he kept letting, he didn't want to open the doors because he didn't want people to get in for free. So they say he kept the doors closed. They were supposed to open outward, and instead of these people trying to go inward, but they were supposed to open outward. And long story short, Father MC, I don't know if y'all remember Father MC. His baby mother got killed. She got killed in that stampede, that little trampling of these people getting up against the door. They got crushed against the doors. You see, and a lot of people blame him for that. You see, a lot of people blame Diddy for that. So this may be him getting his comeuppance. You see, this ain't nothing but a distraction, though, man. That's all it is. You see. Diddy is so thanking people. This should not even be a thing on this guy. But I just had to say something about it because it's trending now and whatnot, And you got to speak on the trendy topics of the day, even though I tend not to. But check out all my other videos I put up there. The real relevant stuff about the evolution of our people. We ain't interested in one person who ain't never really been for us anyway. They for themselves. So all these individuals who made their money, who bent over, did all kind of degenerate things to get where they are, you're getting your comeuppance now. You're getting your just desserts. You see? Because when we do things that are against nature, when we do things that's unnatural as American Indians, as American Indigenous people, as bronze people, when we do things that's against nature, against our nature, it always backfire on us. And you can tell Diddy, he done did a lot of things against his nature. He done did all kind of whatever. You could look at him and tell he did whatever. You know what I'm saying? To get what he got to get. He was willing to do anything. You see? He was willing to do anything. And 9 times out of 10 times, he did do anything. And a lot of times when these guys get comfortable in that, in being a sodomite or whatever you're doing, a bisexual, a sodomite, whatever, when they start doing that stuff with these Caucasians, and these weirdo ass Caucasians, 9 times out of 10, like I said, they start to embrace that and they think they with these people and they start, trying to, take that in and make that normalize that degenerate way of behavior, being a sodomite, being a pedo, being a weirdo, a freako, just being a total degenerate. You see that? And that's all that is, man. Like I said, it's a lot of different things that came into play. It's just everything's coming back to bite him in his ass right now. I'm pretty sure he got bit in his ass before. He probably like it. But anyway, enough of this nigga, man. Anyway, why do black people hate on each other? Answer: because, like I said, our people don't know who they are. You see, when you got people, you got all this different energy of people who don't know who they are, have no direction, have no community, have no real, focus in life. People are gonna, they got time, you got all this energy together and it's not moving in any kind of direction. So what happens? These people start to hate on each other. These people start to get aggressive toward each other. There starts to become some aggression there. Because all that aggression is supposed to be put into protecting your neighborhoods, keeping out the foreigners from your neighborhoods, building up enterprise in your neighborhoods, making sure that nobody's forming gangs or robbing and stealing and taking from your people and hurting your people, protecting the neighborhood. That's where all that aggression is supposed to go. But since y'all not doing that, y'all, this is what it turns into. It's a natural aggression that becomes unnatural once you turn it in on each other. Once you start turning on each other, it's a natural aggression that becomes unnatural, like what you see in these hoods today. You see, and like I said, back to this guy Diddy for a second. This is why I don't feel no kind of way about what's going on with him, because he helped contribute to that madness that's going on through Biggie and all these other people. People actually acted like when Biggie died that there was like a real boo-hoo moment, like when he passed away. All he did was promote degeneracy amongst our people, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you're dealing with people who don't know who they are, they don't have no connection, no kinship toward each other, This is why they do what they do. If we say, hey, we the American indigenous people, we the American Indians, we can't go against Indians, can't go against Indians, American Indians, we Indians, we can't go against each other. We American Indians, but we can't go against each other. We Americans, we can't go against each other. We a community, we can't do that. We can't kill each other. We can't fight each other. We need all of our men to fight off the outsiders that continuously come into your damn neighborhoods, taking up residence in your neighborhood. Whereas a lot of, like right now, you got these damn illegals setting up shop in black areas and just going to war with the gangs and all of that. And they're going to be walking around like they own your neighborhoods. Watch. This is going on in LA, Chicago. I ain't really heard nothing about New York yet. I ain't heard nothing like that. I don't know. I hope New York, the guys in New York, the brothers in New York, so-called brothers in New York, ain't gonna let that happen. I don't know what's going on with all these guys. Y'all supposed to be affiliated out there, and you let these foreigners come in your neighborhoods and set up shop and paint on your walls. Next thing you know, they're gonna start raping your women. You know what I'm saying? Sexually assaulting your women. Next thing they're gonna be doing all of that. You know, trying touching on your kids, whatever. They're just gonna straight violate your neighborhoods. But y'all got time to fight each other. You got these illegals arming up. They're being armed up to go in your neighborhoods and cause chaos and confusion. You know? And that's all by design. But y'all got time to hate on each other, though. You got time to do that. You see? Yeah, I know they took over. I'm sure they did take over Queens. I know that. You see? Well, they took over certain sections of Queens. I know that. See, like I said, they took over certain sections. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they went as far as to go right head up and go in black neighborhoods like that. But they're going to get bold. They're going to get bold. It's going to be some street war. It's going to be some beef. So, you know, y'all got time to hate on each other for nothing. Because you don't know who you are as American Indians. You see, the real answer to who the black man is and who the black woman is, y'all American Indians, y'all Americans. And Americans ain't supposed to be hurting Americans. American Indians ain't supposed to be hurting other American Indians. You see, Flushing, yeah, I know Flushing. Yeah, I know they out there, but like I said, man, like I said, they need 1,000 of them to make a point. Because 9 times out of 10, straight hand, they need a bunch of them and a bunch of guns. Because they cowards, just like a lot of these Caucasians, they cowards, the racist Caucasians, they cowards. They need a bunch of them to jump on one black person. You know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, a head up fade with just straight up fighting, they get their ass whooped. They get washed up. And they know that. They need a bunch of them to do that. You see? Oh, they in Left Rack City, huh? Elmhurst, Roosevelt? Okay. All right. I want to see what's going on. I want to see what's really good. Uh-huh. Not South Side or Hollis. Not yet. Not yet. But it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. What I think is going to happen is, I think that a lot of these Negroes, the males, they're going to start getting with Marias, you know, and you're going to have the Keishas, they're going to start getting with Paco. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to probably all just mix in, like how they did with the Puerto Ricans. The Puerto Ricans, they live amongst so-called black people, amongst the American Indians. They live amongst us American Indians, but they want to sit up here and you know, oh, you black, you Marano, you black, you Marano. But they copying from us. They copying from us, man. They copying from our people, man. They sit up here and talk about we ain't got no culture or nothing, but they copying from us. Yo, what's up, my nigga? What's up, Holmes? What's up, bro? What's up? What's good? What's popping? That's how they talk like us. But then they gonna talk about we ain't got no culture. We ain't talking like them. They talk like us. You know, in LA, the soundtrack for a lot of these Latinos and out there, they love the old chinos. Remember the old cholos, which they really Asians. I told you a lot of the Latinos that you see in that's coming from over, those are the descendants of the Asians, the first Asian invaders, the people that were brought from Asia into America by the Spanish, by the Europeans as slaves. That's their descendants right there. And what did they do? They displaced us in Mexico. That's why when you look at a Mexican, you see these people, how they look right now. the Mexicans and whatnot, but the original Mexicans are us, bronze people, American Indians, the American Indigenous, so-called black people are the original Mexicans from our Olmec heritage. That's us. Yeah, saying nigga left and right, they listening to our music, they trying to copy our music. What happened to their heritage? What happened to their so-called culture? Why are they following us? They've been taking our culture from the time they started calling themselves American Indians. That's our culture. We the American Indians, from the time they start calling themselves Native American, and then they're going to talk we from Africa and all this other nonsense. They've been stealing from us, man. So our neighborhoods, your women, your children, ain't nothing off limits. They're going to take what they can take from you. And and now you got to be paying taxes. We got to pay taxes to support these people. You got to pay taxes to support these people. Thank you, Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party. You see, this is what y'all voting for. You see, you voting to bring a bunch of damn illegals in your neighborhood to overrun your neighborhood, take over your neighborhoods, have you call you niggas and everything else, take your women, and ain't no telling. They beat up a little girl in Chicago somewhere, beat her up, bro, a little girl. Some damn illegal. And then you have some black beta male simp out there. I guess he was laying up with her. He's standing up for her. See, this is what you got going here. I wish I would worry about some damn Diddy. Who cares? Let him deal with his own problems. Anyway, let me go on. So, again, reason why people hate on each other, because they don't know who they are. We don't know we're the American Indians, man. We the Americans. We the only real Americans. And we watching all this chaos and confusion go on our homeland and our soil. This is our country. But y'all forgot that. This ain't the white man's country because he's European. This ain't the damn Asians' country because they Asians. This ain't the natives, the so-called Native American, they Asian. We're the only authentic people here. I was listening to some guy earlier, some Caucasian dude said, and what he said was really good. I might just play that. Hold on. I might just play that. Give me a second. I might just play that. Give me a second. Somebody give me that clip of that guy. I found it interesting when he was saying about how our culture, so-called what they call black culture, claim we don't got no culture, is the only genuine culture that's here in the Americas, that's American homegrown. It's not African culture, because if you you listen to our music and you listen to how we dress and talk on that, that's not from the Africans, because if it was, they would be doing the exact same thing. They would be doing the exact same music. So this guy was basically saying, I'm trying to find the guy because he kind of was a little off at the end, but he was basically saying that somebody inboxed me that I wanted to play that. What's that? The video where the guy was talking about where he was talking about how so-called black culture is American culture. Black culture is American culture. How do you know that? Because all the music came from us. All the music came from us. How we create our music was created here. Here you go. Thank you. I'm gonna play this right now. I want to play it. I want everybody to listen to this. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Is what their experience is isn't duplicated anywhere on earth. But you don't know where you came from. You don't know what country you came from. You don't know what culture you came from. You don't know what language you came from. You don't know what your religion was before. You, like I've said before, you're more American than anyone because you don't have any other identity. Actually, your entire identity is American-based. That's not the case of anyone else. I'm Irish American. I'm German American. I'm Italian American. I'm Jewish American. I'm this or that, the other. You can say African American, but you don't know anything about Africa. You don't even know which part of Africa. Africans don't call themselves that because I know my tribe. I have my language. I have my region, my country, my whatever. Like me saying European American. I'm not European. I'm specifically Irish and German. But you can't say that. You are American. You're the original Americans. You know, everyone else is immigrants. You can't even be called immigrants. Yeah. You know, you're originally American, and your culture is as close to being the indigenous culture of America as
Okay. Now, did everybody get that? I just wanted to play out. You know, that just goes to show you, you know, it's a white guy saying it's not that I care about what they say, not that I put any real, you know what I'm saying? But what he said makes sense. I listen to anybody that makes sense. We got to start doing that. People that make sense, you know, if we want to grow in our intelligence, if we want to be intelligent people, we got to listen to things that make sense. It ain't about the color all the time or who's, we got to listen to whatever makes sense to us. Stop going off of color. Stop going off of race. Stop going off of all of that. Listen to what makes sense. I've never taught my people things that didn't make sense. This guy was just saying that this is our culture is the only real American culture. Everybody else comes from someplace else. Our culture as black, so-called black people, black culture, which is really because he didn't understand what he was saying. He said it's the closest thing to indigenous culture. It is indigenous culture because black Americans are indigenous people. We are American Indians. We're not black people. We're not African Americans. We're not Negroes. We are American Indians, just like that. Nothing more, nothing less. We are American Indians. And if you want to get critical, you know, you want to get technical about it, we Americans. See, there's a difference between an American and an American citizen. There's a difference between Americans and American citizens. You see, the so-called white man and all them people that came from someplace else, like the Caucasians came from Europe, which they seem to forget because they sit up here and talk about this is a white man's country and this is white people country and whatnot. And white people, listen, white people, I'm hearing all of that, but you come from someplace else. You European. You can't just cut off your heritage because your family left Europe and y'all over here in America now. That don't make you American. Remember I said I can't go to Italy and become Italian by nationality because that's not who I am. That's not my roots. So the white man cannot come, or anybody out Asian or Eastern, they can't come here and be American. They're calling themselves American. They're not Americans. White people swear up and down that they're American. They're not. They're Europeans in America. They are American citizens. There's a difference. They are American citizens. They're not Americans. The Americans is us. And it has always been us. We American indigenous people. We've been in America. We come from South and Central America. And yeah, this is a reason, again, our people find it hard to fathom that our life starts here in America. Our life begins here in America. We didn't come from someplace else. I had a hard time even trying to convince my father of this, right? Because they keep on saying, they keep on trying to say that, oh, you know, we must have had to come from Africa to come into America. No, we didn't. That's some lie that's taught, some theory that's taught that all life started in Africa or that we from Africa, that we connected to Africa. There's no proof of that. None. None. And if that's true, then why is our cultures different? And again, it's no disrespect to Africans, but they don't even call themselves Africans. They call whatever tribe they come from, whatever name, that's what they call themselves. So, and that's what the guy was saying, that our culture is the only indigenous culture here. Even the so-called Native Americans, they're not indigenous to America. They're native to America, which means that they came from Asia or they were brought from Asia. Remember I said that video, go check that video out, how Asians became Native Americans. Go check that video out. It's from a group called FOPE, F-O-P-A. I mean F-O-P-E, FOPE. Go check that damn good video. How, and that's the finisher right there for all these red Native Americans, these so-called red Native Americans. They're Asians, man. They're from Asia. They're Asiatic people. They're not Americans. They're not native. They're not even, you could be native because a native, all that means is that you were born there. Because your family could come from someplace else, and then next thing you know, if you born in a place, then you could say you native to that place. If you born in a place, your family could be from someplace else. They're not indigenous to the land, but if they're from someplace else and they come here and have you, then you could claim native, because that's what a native is, one who's born someplace. We can't claim native. Why? If we came from someplace else, why can't black people claim native? Why don't they look at us as Native Americans? Why doesn't the government look at us as Native Americans? Since that came from Africa, if that's according to the story, why are we not looked at as Native Americans? Why are we just looked at as Negroes from some place in Africa? Yet they can't tell you where in Africa. You see, they lie every minute. They lie. Oh, y'all from the west coast of Africa. This is one big lie that continues to be told. One big lie that continues to be told. Where's the records at on that? Where the slave ships at? This is one lie. Why did they hide? Why did the same people that taught us history, why did they make it seem like we was the only ones that were being trafficked as slaves here in the Americas when you had Asians being brought over here being transferred as slaves too from Asia into Mexico? Why is that being hidden? Why is that not taught in history class that there was an Asian slave trade? Why is it not being taught? Nobody knows about that. You notice that? Nobody knows about the Asian slave trade, but they know about the so-called African slave trade, don't they? Which was a very small slave trade. Very small. They didn't bring Africans over into America. And I told you before, you got to use logical and rational sense. Think for a minute. It wouldn't have been feasible for them to bring people all the way across the water when you got people who you could just take over their villages and force them to work, because that's how slavery got started. Look up to 1777 when the Yamasee, it was the Yamasee or the Washington, no, it was the Yamasee. They was fighting back and forth with the British, and the Yamasee women was saying that they had the indigenous villages set up. They didn't come from Africa. They was always here, because you do know how our people got into North America. We got here thousands and thousands of years ago, but we came from South and Central America into North America, okay? We came as the Mayans into America. The Mayans were the first ones in America. Look up the Mayans. The Mayans are bronze people. They don't talk about the Mayans coming here into America. They don't talk about the Aztec people coming here. And through all those mighty big nations of people came here, they eventually broke up and spread out into Indian tribes. They became what the white man called Indians. You see, they broke up and they started spreading into different tribes and things like that in different sections of North America. Some went down south, some went up north. Some people came from different areas. They went and they spread out and they just went to different areas. And that's how our people got into North America. So we were indigenous people from South and Central America, not from Africa, had no origins to, no connection to Africa. They even admitted that that the old Mexican, which is the oldest civilization here in America, that these people had no connection to Africa. Don't listen to these Pan-African goofies that try to make that these goofball so-called professors who want to Africanize everything. Oh, well, the old Mex must came from Africa. No, they didn't, because you don't see none of their architecture or their civilizations in Africa. So you tell me they came from Africa just to build civilizations here in America, yet you didn't build a civilization back in Africa where you supposedly came from? That don't make no sense. You see, that don't make no sense. Even the Africans know we're not African. They know that. I'm looking at more. Listen, the more and more you look in the face, see, once you take off the whole African mask, notice the more and more you look in the face of so-called Black Americans, you can see that they're Indians. Can't y'all see that now? Look at more and more. Look at Black people. I can't even look at the so-called Black people. I can't even look at them the same, because I'm seeing Indian faces. I'm seeing American Indian faces. You see, and why I call it American Indian faces, because the faces they show you of the so-called Indians, those are the Asians that mixed in with our people, the ones, like I said, and they took on a lot of our features. That's why you'll see in Mexico, you'll see a Mexican with straight hair, but he got a broad nose and thick lips. And you can tell that's our mouths and our lips and our noses, right? Because they mixed in with our people. They have our dark skin, our bronze dark skin, but they have the straight hair like the Asians, okay? Because that was the mix. They're just dark-skinned Chinese. A lot of them, they mixed in. We had the first Blasians. That was the mixture with the Asians and our people, the bronze people. That's why you had a lot of Indian, so-called Indian tribes. They look dark as hell. They had bronze skin with straight hair. That was the mix. But we was already here where some of our tribes didn't even mix with them. See, they don't want to talk about those people. You got so many American indigenous tribes who didn't mix with the Mongoloids, the Mongolians, the Asians that came over as slaves, and they became today what you call them African Americans. You see, they wanted to wipe our people out, and they for the most part did that, wiped out our memory of who we was as the American Indians. There's a reason why they don't use the term American Indian in this country no more, because they don't want to start up that talk again, because the American Indians was putting in that work. They was giving hell to these European colonizers. You see, they don't want to even invoke the name American Indian. They got that up out of here. They told the so-called native, the government, I'm talking the government, They said, they told the so-called Mongoloids, the ones who would be accepted as the 5 civilized tribes, which is these Mongoloids, these Asians, who took on our culture. Oh, well, we just going to call y'all Native American, and we're going to give you money every year, give you a reservation to live on for you to keep up this charade that y'all the real American Indians. Because that's all it is, it's a charade. For years, they had this guy, Iron Eyes Cody. How many of y'all remember that guy, Iron Eyes Cody? This guy, for years, they had him with the long hair and the feather in his head, and he would cry and whatnot over. And they put him out as an Indian. Come find, he Italian. He's not even an Indian. You see, that's how much that's how much they love our culture. American Indian culture is our culture. American Indian music is our music. Our music is not African. That's why it don't sound the same. That's why it's not the same rhythm. And again, I'm not saying Africans ain't got no rhythm, but their rhythm is different from our rhythm. Their rhythm is different from our rhythm. Their how they move and how they do things is different. And we didn't get that from the so-called white man because he ain't got no rhythm. The Caucasian ain't had no rhythm. They trying to lie and say, oh, we got influenced by Irish music. Man, what Irish music? What German? What English music? We didn't get influenced by nobody. All our stuff is homegrown here in America. Why? Because when we was on our lands in America as the American Indian, we was banging on drums, dancing, doing all this stuff ourselves. We've been doing that. That's why blues, R&B, all this music comes out of the American indigenous music. What does the white man do? He calls our music American music, doesn't he? He calls blues American music, jazz American music, all this stuff he called American music. But then when they get to us, we African American. Make that make sense to me. You just called our music American music, but you call us African Americans instead of just Americans. Make that make sense. Nobody find that strange? They don't call our music, they don't call blues music African American music. They don't call R&B, soul, country African American music. All of that come from rock and roll. All that come from us. They call it American music, but then they call us African American. Make that make sense. If the music is American and the people that created it are American, then that means the people that created it is American. We didn't come from no place else. We got to stop that, man. Let me look on. We got a few other things I want to get off my chest. There's some things I didn't touch on before, so bear with me. I'm going to get all this stuff up before I hit y'all up Friday with some all new topics. Because this is the realest. Listen, man, this is the realest broadcast you're going to get, man. That's why you see I only get like a few hundred people listening. Because when you real like this, the realer you are, the more realer you are, the more people are going to try to shun you and try to make it seem like you saying something that's wrong or off. You see, that's why I started off with the last real nigga alive from Nas and whatnot. Because I feel like, and I don't like to, I'm not referring to myself as a nigga, but like I said, that's the word of the culture. I am the last real nigga alive. I feel like that sometimes that's out here teaching anyway. Because I'm not trying. You see, I can't listen to people who I feel are phony, who especially the ones of our people that still pandering with this black stuff, who still talking about we black skinned people and whatnot. I can't take you seriously. I can't take you seriously if you say that you're a black person. I can't take you seriously. You can't take nobody seriously. I can't respect your scholarship today, your so-called scholarship, if you still referring to us as black people. We done moved on. We American Indians. Now, as I start this, watch you gonna start seeing everybody else saying they're American Indians. Now, people say, well, you're Dane Calloway, and all them people said they're American Indians. All them people said, okay, but he's still Dane Calloway. No disrespect to him. Yeah, he brought out a lot of stuff, and like I said, shout out to him. But what I'm seeing is that the whole knowledge of who we are as American Indians is just going to get brushed off. People are never going to be able to really process that. Black people are not going to, so-called black people are not going to be able to process the fact that you're American Indians. You have a real culture. You have a real heritage. And there's a reason why that term American Indian is not used, because that's what they wanted to do. They wiped out the American Indians by making them black people. Basically blacked you out. Blacked out your history. You see, tell people to get the history book saying that we come from someplace else other than America, that we indigenous to someplace else, that we come from someplace else, like everybody else. No, the setup is The indigenous people first, us, then everybody else, the Asians, and then the Caucasians. Because the Asians was in America before the Caucasians. Okay? They followed us. They came over, they came into America many different ways, from Mongolia, from crossing the Bering Straits and coming over here to being brought over here as slaves. And what they did was they mixed in with a lot of our people. You see, and they copied our customs. That's why they decided to make the Chinos. Notice that they call Latinos, they use the term Chino, 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 from China, Chinese, Asian. Look at these people. You could tell they Asians. Whatever little darkness they got in them came from us. But then they turn around and disrespect us. You see, and we in turn disrespect each other because we don't know who we are as the American Indians. But we finding out, man. We find out. And what I was about to say with the Dan Calloway thing and all this, man, it's starting to look like, you know, black people, so-called black people, black Americans are not processing the fact that they're indigenous to America. A lot of them still think they African. And some of y'all so far going mentally, even if you tell them that they American Indians, they still gonna act like Negroes, man. They still gonna act like black people. They still gonna be walking around here acting like they dead and they don't know. They still gonna be doing it. So that's why I say this is, you know, finding out that we are American Indians, based, but I kind of always knew that, you know, in the back. We already knew we were from Africa. But really solidifying this fact that we are American Indians, because, you know, after I saw that, well, I already look at it. I didn't need the document, but that should be proof positive that nobody can get out of that the red so-called Native Americans are not indigenous to America. That they're from Asia. Now, again, watch that documentary, How Asians Became Native Americans. Watch that documentary from a group called Phobe, and there's a few things out. People put that out. Dan Calloway put that out. But sometimes Dan Calloway, I like his stuff, but sometimes he can tend to be a little long-winded. And people ain't trying to just sit and watch no video for hours. You know what I'm saying? They want people's attention span. You might get an hour out of a person, but after that, people are like, I'm looking for the front door. Everybody ain't trying to look at that. Look, man, how many times you gonna say we Indian, we American Indian, we get it? Now what? Now that we know we American Indians, for the intelligent ones of our people that don't want to be black people no more, don't want to be Negroes, don't want to be African American no more, for the intelligent ones of our people who know that who we really are, which is the American Indians, the American indigenous people, with our heritage going back to Mesoamerica, Olmecs, Aztec, Inca, Mayan, because all of those Indians, all of the so-called American Indians came from the Mayans and the Aztec. That's where the American Indians come from. Us, and nobody else. And you see, people are afraid that we would eventually find out about that, but it's too late now. But again, what we're going to do about it? Well, what our people should be doing about it is forming a community based on that. And we've done that in the Republic of America. Join the Republic of America, AmericanRepublicWorldwide.com. This is an American Indigenous / American Indian community. When we say American Indigenous community, we mean American Indian community. We got our own American Indian community, man, right over here. We're not sitting up here trying to go and getting in some damn tribes with these Mongolian red natives who claiming that they the Indians and that you got to go and check in with them and get in a tribe and get on some red man. The white man didn't have to do that. The Caucasians who claiming they are Native Americans, they didn't have to take no damn DNA test. They just said, "Oh, I'm 3/5 Choctaw, I'm 3/5 Cherokee." They just, man, that's again the $5 Indians, the Dawes Rose, the fake Indians, while the real Indians are standing right here, don't know who the hell they are. Y'all standing around here in all of your glory with fades and tapers and braids and twists and all that stuff, and y'all are the real American Indians standing right here in front of your face. Your women look like Indian. Your so-called black women, you know, they look like straight up Indian women, man. The so-called black woman looks like the straight up American Indian woman, man. My daughters, oh boy, they look like straight up American Indian girls. And how does that look? We come in all different shades, from what you call light skin or red bone to dark brown. And we have woolly to curly hair, right? That grows. what y'all call afros and all that. We was all over the Americas, everywhere. Mexico, Colombia, South America, everywhere. Because you do know America is 2 continents. It's North America and South America. These are 2 continents. Okay? And we inhabited all of it. And we are indigenous to all of it. Again, I don't understand how y'all can sit up here and think that, oh, well, we had to come from someplace else. Because why? Because these Caucasian so-called theorists on origins of people said that all life started from someplace else. That's a lie. That's a lie. One landmass is no different than another. If you can accept that, like, you got people that come from Europe, Africa, whatever, then you got people that come from America. And look, they was trying to pass off the red so-called Native Americans, call them Indians. The red Native Americans, they were trying to pass them off as American Indians, and they wasn't trying to say where these people came from. They was trying to make it seem like these people came from the land. Was they not trying to, for the longest time, make it seem like the red Indians, the Mongolians, the red Native Americans, that they came from America? You know, wasn't they trying to do that? You see, were they not trying to push? You know what I'm saying? We the Israelites, bro. We not Indians. We the Israelites. What is an Israelite? What is an Israelite? We not Indians. We Israelites. Well, okay. Somebody said that. What is an Israelite? Voice of truth. What is an Israelite? Because your Israelite brothers, according to them, they said that the Indian tribes are part of the 12 tribes, the so-called American Indians. You saying we Israelites? What is an Israelite? This guy, Voice of Truth, said we Israelites, bro. We not Indians. Okay, so what's an Israelite? I'm waiting for this guy. We are the chosen people of the Most High Lord. Okay, so you calling that Israelite, right? You calling that an Israelite. Now I'm saying, what comprises an Israelite? Because just to say you were chosen people, anybody said the so-called Jews say that they chosen people. So what does that really mean? What does that mean? Anybody can say that. What classifies you to be an Israelite? I'm not saying you wrong, but you interjected, because if you know anything, the American indigenous people are the Israelites. That's true. But what makes you an Israelite? Don't just say you're the chosen people of God. Just what makes you an Israelite? You know, I agree with you. But what makes you an Israelite? What constitutes you being an Israelite? I'm waiting on the answer. I'm gonna give you the answer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, but what constitutes being? Because just saying we the chosen people of God, anybody could say that. The Jews say that. The Christians say that. That's not what makes you an Israelite. What makes you an Israelite? Voice of Truth. I'm waiting for you to tell me what makes you an Israelite. Get some of your Israelite brothers to help you out, because I agree with you, but you off on something. I'm going to correct you in a second. Because we're actually the children of Israel, but I'm going to give you that in a second. We were projected here, bro. Projected from where? From where? And you're using my words, Voice of Truth. You're using my words. You projected from where? You tell me where you were projected from. I'm going to correct you in a minute. Where were you projected from? Because that's my words. You listen to my stuff. The cosmos. What's the cosmos? What's the cosmos? I'll wait. Where's the cosmos? He said we projected from the cosmos. What's the cosmos? Because see, you talking to the wrong person. When you say something to me, I'm gonna make you back it up. Because anything I say, I'm gonna prove it and I'm gonna make it logical. I'm gonna break it down logic. What's the cosmos? I'm gonna correct you then. Just tell me what the cosmos is. Because your Israelite brothers don't teach that. See, that's how I know you copy certain things from other people. And I don't like when you Israelites do that. Y'all copy from certain people, and when I've heard a lot of my stuff come out the Israelite mouth, y'all take it. Y'all believe that y'all was created. That's what the Israelites believe. They was created by a God, and Adam and Eve. That's what the Israelites believe. You don't understand because you're not woke like me, bro. I'm not woke like you. You can't even tell me what the cosmos is. Tell me what the cosmos is. You see, voice of truth is the only throwing out buzzword. Yeah, exactly. Tell me what the cosmos is. I'll wait. I want to hear what the cosmos is. I'm still waiting on what the cosmos is. You explain to me what the cosmos is. Because that's stuff white people say. They say all kind of, y'all Negroes act like the so-called white man. They say all kind of abstract stuff. They say all kind of abstract and give abstract explanations so that they don't have to really put down and hammer down what it is they're really saying. LOL, it's the celestial bodies of the higher realms we came from. The celestial bodies of the higher realm. What does that mean? What celestial bodies? Where? What higher realms? Where? What are you talking about? What higher realms? What is these higher realms? Because that's not what Israelites teach. So, okay, let me get this straight. Voice of truth. So you don't believe that you was created by a God like your other Israelite brothers did? Because your other Israelite people believe that y'all was created by a God in heaven, and that y'all, is that what you're trying to say? Because that's what your Israelite brothers say. Higher dimensions. That's not what you teach. Stop. You're lying now. That's not what y'all teach. That's not Israelites. See, y'all take, this is the problem I got with you guys. Y'all take bits and pieces of truth. You don't even know what a dimension is. You heard my stuff because if you wasn't listening to me, what you listening to me for now? That I don't listen to the Israelites. Why are you listening to me if you got your own truth, voice of truth? Why are you listening to me? You shouldn't even be listening to me if you got your own Israelite doctrine. You using words like dimension. Okay, now he just saying stuff. Exactly, he just saying stuff. He don't know nothing. Yes, it is, bro. You just never heard it explained that way. No, explain it to me then. Explain it. You saying from the cosmos and the celestial, but why ain't you? That's not your Israelite teaching, though. In other words, that's not what the Israelites don't teach that. They teach that they was created by a God that's called Yahweh, right? This is what the Israelites teach. They was created by a God called Yahweh, and Adam and Eve. Nobody said anything about no dimensions, no celestial stuff. They said that they was created in the heavens by a God named Yahweh. Is that what you believe? No. I want you to. No, because you can't just come in here and say nothing. Because everything I said, I got over 1,000+ broadcasts under my belt. Why I broke all of this down and taught this. And obviously you had to take bits and pieces of what I'm saying to add to. I don't like when you Israelites do that, because then y'all being phony now. You don't believe that as an Israelite. Y'all have your own doctrine as an Israelite. You have see, when you opened your mouth and said, oh, we not Indians, bro, we Israelites. You thought you were saying something smart, but you're not. Because when I asked you what the cosmos is, what is the dimension, you can't tell me nothing. That's what I believe, but the word is different with a different dialogue. That's what you believe. That's not what your Israelite brothers believe. So then that means there is a confusion between y'all, because they don't teach that. That's not an Israelite teaching. What you saying is not Israelite teachings. That's like, I'm going to take from the Christians, I'm going to take from over here what I like, and I'm going to put it all together. You see, no, you can't do that, bro. You're not an Israelite. Then if you believe you came from some celestial, so do you believe that you believe in your God, Yahweh Shah? Because I'm about to answer all these questions in a second. You believe in your God, Yahweh Shah? You believe in Yahweh and Yahweh Shah? Voice of truth? Do you believe in Yahweh and Yahweh Shah like the Israelites do? Because the Israelites, they doctrine ain't going nowhere. And so now what they got to do is take from other people's stuff to renew their stuff. All right. That's what you did with me, mental life. That's what I did. What with you? I did what with you? I did what? What did I do? You've been listening to me for a while, obviously, and you took bits and pieces of what I teach, because that's not what the Israelites teach. All that stuff. They believe in a God called Yahweh. Answer me that, then I'm going to tell you what we know for a fact, logically. Because y'all don't deal with logic, you deal with belief. And you just proved it. You said, I believe. I don't believe nothing. You said you believe. So I already know you don't know what you're talking about.
Go back and look at what he said. He said, I believe that's what I look. You said that's what I believe, but I word it different than different dialogue. So I already know you don't know what you're talking about. Because you just said you believe that. That means it's another theory. That means you're not backing up by logic. It's not backed up by logic. It's not backed up by rational thinking. You see, Mentellect is a compilation of different religions. You're a liar. No, it's not. I never took nothing from the Israelites. You're a liar. I ain't took nothing from y'all. Y'all niggas, y'all stuff is so trash. The Israelite doctrine is so trash. Why would I take anything from it? It's trash. Y'all believe that you believe that you human. Hold on. So let me ask you this. You believe you part of the human race? You believe in Yahweh and Yahweh? Yes, you do. Do you believe that? You believe in a God called Yahweh and his son Yahweh? Is that what you believe? Yes or no? Now you laughing now. You say yes. I think you came on my broadcast one time. Yes, I believe in Yah. Who's Yah? Who is Yah? I already know you don't know what you're talking about because you saying I believe in Yah. You just like you a religion, man. Belief, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, they believe, yes, I believe in Yah. What happened to Yahweh? See, they just take whatever bits and pieces and whatnot. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about, man. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never take nothing from y'all. Y'all doctrine is such trash. That's like me taking from the Christians. I don't take from trash. I don't use belief, sir. I don't use belief. He just told you I believe this. He don't know what he's talking about. Why would I take from y'all trash ass doctrine? Y'all doctrine is trash. That's like me. I would never take nothing from any of y'all. I don't need to. I don't need nothing from the Moorish Science Temple. I don't need nothing from the Muslims, the Christians, the Israelites. Y'all shit is trash. Y'all just got a bunch of secondhand knowledge from the so-called white man. I didn't take nothing from y'all. And point out where I did. I want you to show why I did it. Whoever is the ascended version of the Israelites. What? Whatever, bro. This is the ascended version of ain't no ascended version because you believe. There's no ascension with belief, bro. Yeah, he's probably an African. You ain't no ascension. Ain't no ascension with no Israelites. Y'all believe. I'm gonna tell you what the Israelites believe because he babbling right now. They believe in a God called Yahweh. The Israelites right now, they believe in the 12 tribe sign. They believe that they the same as the white man and all the other races and whatnot. They all human. Ain't that what they believe? That's what they believe. You believe that you human, you the same as the white man because y'all say Esau and Jacob, the black so-called blacks are the Esau of Jacob and the white man is Esau and you believe they brothers. That's what the Israelite doctrine teach. That y'all brothers and that y'all came out the same tribe and whatnot, the same woman, Rebecca. That's what y'all believe. That's bullshit. Excuse my language. That's a load of horse shit. That's what that is. Okay? You believe in a bunch of foolishness. And you just cobbling together things. You've been listening to me and you've been grabbing little things. You said dimension. You said a lot of things and whatnot. But you're trying to mix Mentellect with some of your Israelite babble. And then you accuse me of trying to copy from y'all. What do I need to copy from y'all? Y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. But anyway, right? No, the only thing we have in common is that the curse of sinful nature. We are not ordinary humans. Yeah, see, that's how you know we're not talking the same language. No, we're not. I say in Mentellect, we not part of the human race. I say we not part of the human race. We a whole different species. Y'all don't teach that in Israel. So where did I copy y'all from? You believe you human just like the white man. So if you believe you just like the so-called white man, then you definitely copy from him, man. Because the white man teach that lie that everybody part of the human race. The white man teaches that lie that everybody is a part of the human race when you could clearly see that we are not. He now stole my teeth from where? From where? I stole my teachings. You stole you a black. Yo, get him up out of here. Get Voice of Truth up out of here. I stole from where? You want to accuse me of being a thief, but you listening to me though. Why are you listening to me if I'm a thief? I don't listen to none of you guys. I don't listen to the Israelites. Why ain't you teaching? Voice of truth. Why ain't you teaching? Why are you here? Hey, who's my moderators? Get this guy out of here, man. Get him out of here. You see? I'm getting him up out of here. Get his ass out of here. Because you ain't gonna come in here, bye, voice of truth, goodbye. You're not gonna come in here and accuse me. I ain't had to steal from nobody. I never. Let me tell you something. What do we teach in mental life? We teach we're not part of the human race. We're a separate, different species known as Amen. We're the Amen race. We're different from the human race. The Amen race begat the human race. We was here walking the planet as the Amen race before the creation of mankind, which we created mankind in our image and after our likeness. Nobody taught that. Not Dr. York, not Elijah Muhammad. None of them taught that. They all taught that we part of the human race, and you taught that too. So if you believe that, like I said you believe, you don't know what you're talking about, man. You just cobbling together things, trying to figure stuff out and disrespecting the teacher that you sitting up here learning from. That's why I kicked you out of here. That's why I kicked you out of here. You see, we have a whole different other origin than these humans. That's why I refer to them as the human race. And even the so-called white men, some of them know that they know that we was here. The clan and them know that we was here before the creation of mankind. We was already here. Just like we was already here in America as American indigenous people before the white man came here. Your Israelite brothers believe that y'all came on slave ships. Did you come in on a slave ship? Your Israelite brothers believe we came from Africa on a slave ship. That's why I know y'all don't know what you're talking about. There were no slave ships. We were always in America, goofy. We was always in America. There were no slave ships. This was Mu, or what you call a Mu or a Mudaka. This was Mu. This was like I said, this was ground zero. America was ground zero for the Amen race, and we spread out everybody else to other places. Had them in other places. Okay. Anyway, I stole my teacher. You see how black people are? Because he can't answer nothing. He's saying that the cosmos and all this other stuff, that's not what your Israelite brothers teach. We teach in mental like that we come from a world that is above and beyond this. It's the same physical world, but more extended. That's what we teach about the fourth dimension. We teach about a fourth dimension that is the completion of this third dimension that we are currently in. You see? This is the dimension that we're in that is incomplete. Three, like when you have three legs on the chair, that until that fourth leg is added, the chair is not really a chair. It's not stable to sit in. So we're in a three-dimensional space that is unstable because one space is missing. A dimension is missing. We're moving toward that dimension now. And as we are moving toward that dimension, that extended mental space in which we come from, we're returning toward again, because we were on that path to that higher mental space. Just as there's a higher mental space, there's a higher physical space. We came from that higher physical space, the fourth dimension, that space of Amen. We come from there as the Amen race. That's where we come from. And this place that we are is a trickle-down version of that space. We come from a higher space, which is why we have so much higher genetic material to us, higher genetic frequency to us, higher genetic everything. Why our skin is this rich, dark tone in our hair, and our genetics look different from the humans. We all have the same animal fur because they were created from animals, but y'all mix your seed with them. You Israelites, y'all mix with these people. You see? So don't say that I copy, because you can't find no place where I copied from anybody. I didn't have to copy from nobody, because all this stuff before Mentellect was trash. I'm gonna be honest with you. All the stuff that came before Mentellect was trash because it was missing. And a lot of people just started making up stuff and saying anything. See, we don't do that over here. Everything and anything I say is backed up by logical and rational sense, not backed up by the so-called white man, because most of the stuff he says is a whole lot of BS. And obviously you guys go for that. You see? Right? You see? So we know we don't We don't do that in Mentellect. Mentellect was started by me for the elect, the chosen people, the chosen seed of Amen. We don't believe, there ain't no goddamn Yah. What is Yah? Ha? Wah? Ah? No. Amen. 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 Omni-men. The first men. The real men. The natural men. Everybody else is artificial. Tell me what is somebody else teaching that at. Ain't nobody teaching what I'm teaching. Don't bring your ass up in here to, oh, you copying from somebody. I don't need to copy from anybody else. This is it. A whole next level has been raised and set. I don't need to copy nobody else. Never did, never will. Because all y'all doctrines is what is trash. All your doctrine. The Israelite doctrine is trash. The Moorish doctrine is trash. The Islamic doctrine is trash. Christianity is trash. You see? That Hebrew Israelite stuff is trash. All of it is trash. Y'all just saying anything, making up anything that don't even make sense. That's why it's trash. It's not trash because I don't like it. It's trash because it makes no sense. But that's why when I kept asking him, oh, y'all believe this? I thought you believed that. This is what y'all say. And then he had to sit up here and he basically bumped out. Ya, ja, wah. What is that? You just saying stuff. You don't know anything. And that's the problem with the so-called black man. And that's why you Israelites are still black people, because you in darkness. You believe you came on slave ships. You believe you're the same as the rest of the human race. You believe all this nonsense. You believe this. And this is why you ain't supposed to be believing anything. You're supposed to know. I know where we come from. I know who we are. I don't believe nothing. I didn't never have to copy from whack-ass doctrines. I don't got to walk around with a chicken bucket on my head and talk about we got rights as citizens. Man, go ahead with that nonsense. I don't follow nothing black people follow. I don't follow nothing black people follow. Let me get back into my questions, man. This guy had me, you know, man. Let me go ahead, man. Let me go to these next questions, man. This guy had me hot for a minute, man. I think this is the clown that listened to he listened to my stuff, but then he said I'm copying from people. He takes stuff from me. The Israelites don't say stuff like that. They don't use words like dimension and all. They don't talk like that. This clown, this one of these clowns from GMS, they trying to do that now. Yo, guy, stop trying to take stuff from Mentellect and take my stuff and try to add it to your old stuff. You know, come on, man. Let me go from rap to drill to trap. You know why that happened? Why rap is no longer popular and now it's all about the drill and about the trap and all this other stuff and a whole nother genre of what you want to, I'm not even calling that music, a whole nother genre of sound. That's the best thing I can do. I'm trying to be kind about it. But a whole nother level of sound was created, right? And the rap and the drill thing, like I said, rap was actually rhythmic because a lot of the rap music borrowed from the R&B, music and whatnot to be the tracks than what the guys was rhyming over. Now you got in the drill and trap thing, these guys just getting some computerized garbage ass beats, and these guys can't even, they mumbling half the time. You can't even say, they just sound ignorant. And this is the music that's being pushed today. Why? Because, you know, dumbing down our people wasn't happening fast enough. Dumbing down so-called black people in the world wasn't happening fast enough through rap. So there had to be another lower level, a low tier that had to be created that came out of rap. Because a lot of these guys who call themselves drill and trap, or they had to create another sound or a different genre of music. They had to create these genres of music for them, because you can't call what they doing rap music. You can't call it hip hop. So they had to just create a whole nother genre for these people. And that basically is to destroy this generation right here, because this generation is going down lower and lower. They're not even making music no more. They don't know how to play no instruments. They're not creating no original music no more. Nothing. They just getting some damn keyboard and synthesizer and throwing a bunch of damn strip club beats over a bunch of clowns saying anything. That's what drill and trap is. A bunch of clowns just saying anything. You know what I mean? Everything is sex, drugs, killing another person, things like that, harming somebody, one of your own kind. That's all drill and trap is. I couldn't even, I tried to listen to one of the songs. I was like, no, I'm good. It sounded like they record. I told you in the quality of recording, man, it's like they did the shit in the toilet somewhere, in a bathroom. You see, so that's just really just meant to pull down the mental capacity for rhythm and, natural things a lot of people usually have. We have a natural proclivity and an inclination to create real music, things that have a rhythm to it, things that have a vibration to it. And so when you raise a generation on what's called drill and trap music today, you raise them on no music now. That's not music. That's noise. That's literally noise. That's why when you hear a lot of so what do you say? Sam need to go. Hold on. Okay, so everybody in this chat room voted for Obama. No, we ain't vote for no Obama, man. Ain't nobody voting for no Obama, man. We don't vote in here, man. Nah, we ain't voting for no Obama. No, we don't Kamala. I don't participate in that nonsense, man. I don't give a damn about none of that. But anyway, it sounds like garbage, man. It's straight garbage. And it was created to basically wipe out all kinds of music in the minds of our people because, every 10 years, if you notice, every 10 years, our people since the 1900s, every 10 years, our people created a new style of music. Every 10 years, like clockwork. In the first part of the century, it was rap, it was blues, and then from 1910 and about 1900 to 1910, around 1910 came ragtime. Then ragtime went for about 10 years, roughly around 10 years. And then from there came jazz music, right? And then from there came bebop and all this other stuff. Then soul, and then R&B, then rock and roll and country. All that stuff was coming out of us, out of the American Indian experience. And yes, we are American Indians. Yes, we are American Indigenous people. Yes, we are. And let me say this. Did we follow what you would call Israelite custom? Because let me get back to that question, the answer I'm going to answer to him. What makes an Israelite, according to the Bible, if you want to get biblical about it, is the person who follows law and order. That's what makes an Israelite, one who follows law and order. The Israelites are supposed to be people of the law. They're not supposed to be a people of customs and tradition. They're supposed to be a people of the law. Of course, you're supposed to follow certain customs and laws and traditions when it comes to grooming and things like that. But the Israelites are people of law, a people of law and order, natural law and natural order from on high. And who is the on high? Who is the Lord? We are the race of lords, aka the law and the order, because Lord is just another way of saying law and order. Law and order is Lord. Okay? The Lord lays down the law and lays down the order, the Lord. And in the ancient world, they use the word in as in Lord. You see, en. So that represents a race of lords, a race of higher beings. That's all the Lord is, a race of higher beings. That Amen race that I was talking about, that is separate from the human race. That's the race of lords. And we're supposed to be following that law and order as a higher authority of people, as that race of Amen. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Not no Israelites, because you Israelites are nothing but Christians, man. You believe in God. We don't believe in no God. We know that who the God of this world is. We know God is just a title. The white man is God of this world. The so-called white man is the God of the three-dimensional realm. We are a race of lords in the fourth dimension, and we're moving through the third dimension to become that race of lords. So the Lord is much higher than God, because God equals government, God equals policies and things like this society got set up. This counterfeit kingdom they got, which is really a queendom they got set up. That's what we acknowledge through Mentellect. That's what I teach in Mentellect. I don't teach nothing from y'all. I don't fool with y'all. I don't fool with the Israelites, because y'all ain't on nothing. Y'all, I was destroying y'all back in the 90s, man. In New York, I was destroying the Israelites. They be set up on the streets of Bach and all of them. I ask them questions to destroy them guys, man. They couldn't even answer simple questions. Y'all supposed to be about law and order, not no religion. But y'all don't follow no law and order. You Israelites don't follow no law and order. You don't even know what the law is, man. That's why y'all lost. That's why you got to go around here and believe you the same as white people and everybody else, because you don't lost your mind because you have no law to follow. All right? All right. Let me go ahead on. Yeah, so all that noise, man, power, drill, trap, and all of the garbage. I'm trying to answer the stuff I didn't answer from last week. I missed a few things. Oh, about racist males. Racist males, white, Caucasian, Asian, East Indian. You got a whole bunch of different racist people. But I said that the racist males, Caucasian, Asian, East Indian, everything above the racist, they're really just a bunch of jealous beta male simps, man. It's a lot of, this society is run by a bunch of jealous beta male simps, right? Who hate on the American indigenous man, who hates on the American Indian man, the American indigenous man, interchangeable, the so-called black man, the black woman. They hate on us because we are the most beautiful people on the planet with rich carbon in our skin, woolly textured hair, all of that. We are the most unique looking people on the earth. Don't nobody look like us. Nobody looks like us on earth. Hell, even the Africans don't look like us. The American indigenous people, the American Indians, the Americans, because let me just say this. You don't even have to use the word Indian, bro. We just say we American. That's it. That's all. We American nationals, right? We American by nationality. We Americans. Everybody, nobody else can make that claim. You see, Israelite, anybody can make that claim to be an Israelite. Because y'all reading out the same books like the Jews. They say they Israelis or Israelites. Y'all reading out the same books as them. You believe in the same God. You believe in the creation story. A lot of y'all believe in the same thing. But see, you can't escape who you are and where you were born. You see, they can never, the so-called white man can never say he's American for real. They gotta tell that lie. They can never nationalize Americanism because the real Americans are still here. You see, we the only ones that could say we American. I'll take being American over an Israelite any day, because being an American is supposed to be the same principles as that of an Israelite. Being a true American, and I'm going to break that down. That's why we formed the Republic of America. We didn't form the damn Republic of Israel. What is Israel? You see, what is Israel? You see? Y'all sit up here and you sit up here and you promoting Israel, and y'all live in America. Make that make sense to me. You promoting Israel, but you live in America. Why don't you go live in Israel? You can go live in Israel. The Israelites, all you Israelites, you should go live in Israel. I'm American. American by nationality and everything. I'm American. So I'm in America. We Americans. In the Republic of America, we Americans. Ain't nobody else can say, ain't nobody can really, you can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, but realistically, logically, rationally, we American. That's it. I don't even have to put the Indian part on there. They can keep the Indian part. We was just saying that just because a person who's American by nationality, you got to be indigenous, aka Indian. So we ain't even got to say all that. The boy said we need to go. What? The boy said we need to go keep living because I forgot more than you'll ever learn. Boy wonder, you need to learn how to respect your elders, boy. First of all, you know, nobody gonna sit up in here, boy, that's a man, watch your mouth. First of all, goodbye. Man, goodbye. You ain't gonna come in here calling nobody no boy. Get out of here, man. You old, man, go ahead with that. You old Negroes, man. A lot of y'all was helping spread a lot of misinformation to a lot of you old Negroes. And like I said, y'all didn't know no better. I'm American, man. I'm American. Red-blooded American. Red-blooded American indigenous man. I don't know nothing about no Israel. I don't know nothing about no Islam. I don't know nothing about no Christian. I'm American. And I can say that my chest out because we the only real Americans here. Stop letting them, man. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something, man. All these guys out here pushing this Moorish science, Israel, Islam, Pan-Africanism, all that bullshit. Let's be raw and uncut. Raw and uncut. Everybody pushing that BS to our people that we African, that we Asiatic black men. And again, excuse my language. Those of you pushing that we African, we pushing Islam, Christianity, Judaism, whatever. That's all BS. That's all BS. The word America comes from us. I'm American. You see, and proud to be American. Real American. Not no fake American. They know the white man tried to water down the word American because he started trying to connect to America because he know they don't come from nothing. Why are they giving up what they were, who they were as Europeans to be Americans? Go look up the 1828. Go look up the 1828 Merriam-Webster dictionary of definition of the word American and see what it says. Somebody put that in the chat. We American. We American. First Americans, original Americans, real Americans. Nobody else can say that. We Americans, see, the white man and everybody else, they American citizens. You see, the government don't really consider us citizens. That's why we have all these problems with getting reparations. We got all these problems getting reparations because they don't really consider us citizens because we indigenous. The people who are allowed to be American citizens are people that come from someplace else. This is an immigrant government here. This is an immigrant government. These people are immigrants. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, they are immigrants. They're not Americans, but they're controlling policies here in America. They work for the United States Corporation, man. The United States Corporation has hold over American territory, which is our country, our territory. We're the only Americans here. So when I say, damn it, we American, we American. Thank you. Somebody brought it up. Thank you. Read the we. I'll be American all day. You can keep your Israelite crap. Keep Israel. Keep it. Keep it. Because y'all ain't doing nothing with it anyway. You can keep Israel. What does it say? American, a native of America, originally applied to the aboriginal copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. You see that? You see that? Do you see that? So we don't even really need the Indian thing. We just American. The same way you got Italians, you got Italians, you got Germans, you got French, you got Nigerians, you got Igbos and all that. We American. So let's cut out all the black stuff. We ain't gonna do no black stuff in here. We ain't doing no African American stuff. We ain't doing no more Moorish BS, no more Israelite BS, no more Islamic BS, no more Christian BS, no more of these female-driven religions. No more. No more. We American in here. This is for all true Americans in here. We beyond that right now, man. We Americans. And yeah, we are the American Indians. Yeah, we are. We had the feathers and all that other stuff, but we ain't walking around doing that, man. We ain't walking around doing that. You might see me throwing the feathered headdress to shout out my American Indian heritage, but man, I don't even care about all that. I'm American. That's all. That's all. And we follow our amendments as American indigenous people, man. That's what we do. We Americans of the Amen race. We are Americans of the Amen race. That's what we know to be. We know ourselves to be. We don't believe that. Y'all got to believe in Israel. You got to believe in some God in the sky. You got to believe in whatever the hell y'all believe in because it's all just made up stuff. That's all. We're not doing none of this nonsense from the last millennium, man. We American and we of the Amen race. That's it. Let me go ahead and finish off this before I go, man. I said I got to, excuse my language, I had to get a little bit raw and uncut because when people come in here, man, we got, bringing their slow selves. We can't deal with slow people. So yeah, again, all these racists and all these people are nothing but a bunch of jealous beta male simps who hating on the real Americans. They know we the real Americans, man. How are we not the real Americans? And our culture, our music dominates everything. Where are these Native Americans music at? Anybody know any Native American music since they've been here longer than anybody, the so-called Native Americans? Where's their influence at? Where's their influence at? And don't tell me, because they was on the reservation. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Where's their influence at? You don't know nothing about the Native Americans, yet they supposed to be the oldest people here. You're supposed to leave some remnant behind. You don't know nothing about them, but what you do know about is the American Indians. See, because the American Indians are still here. They're being hidden. The American Indians are still here. They're being hidden. And that's us. They're true Americans, the real Americans. And like I said, American Indigenous, American Indian, or just American, we good. American. I put American first. Because that's what we really need is we Americans, man. I was going to save that for a cast, which I'm probably going to do. I'm going to say, why does everyone want to claim American Indian and Native American heritage and culture today? Why does everybody want to do that? You see so-called black people doing it, white people doing it, these Mongolians are doing it. You know why they're doing that? Because they know that is the real culture of this society, and they know that that's us. You see, we such a fly people. You got people that hate us and at the same time want to be us. You got people who are so jealous of us as American Indigenous people, as American Indians, as the true Americans. They know who we are, and we need to know who the hell we are. Don't matter what they say. You see. These people are American citizens. They are not American Indigenous. We are American Indigenous people. People who are indigenous to this land. Americans, the real Americans by nationality. And the Republic of America, do you know we have our own American language? We got our own American language in the Republic of America. The Indigenous Republic of America worldwide. We got our own language. We needed something like this. We don't need no more Islam. We don't need no more Judaism. We don't need no more Israelitism. We don't need no more Christianity. We don't need no more that. We don't need no more Christian insanity. Because again, anybody's going to tell you to worship the image of a white God that don't look like you, and y'all sit up here and do it. Something wrong with y'all, man. Something wrong with you. Anytime you want to sit up here and have a damn Florida Evans moment like on Good Times with white Jesus on the wall, and y'all still doing that? Y'all still doing white Jesus, the liberated black female. She definitely doing white Jesus. She definitely doing that. We're not doing that. They all fled. This is our country. We the Americans. You see it right there. It tells you who the Americans are. So that means at one point in time, the white man looked at us as the American. Because if they put that down in their dictionary, you still find that in the 1800s, they saw us as the American. They didn't see themselves as the American. They saw themselves as just what they are coming from Europe. The English, the Spanish, the French, the German, wherever. That's what they saw themselves as. They saw us as the American Indigenous people, the American Indians, as they call the locals. Us. And now y'all want to be African now. You want to be Asiatic black men. You want to be everything other than what you are, American. Then you wonder why you ain't thriving in this society. Everybody else come here and try to be you. But this is what they want to claim, that because that's really the people. That's us, man. Same way they want to take our music and claim it as their own. They want to take our American Indian heritage and claim it as their own and call it Native American. That's all. That's all they want to do. The same way they stole our music, they stole our heritage as American Indians. You see, now we got some people, they telling us we from Africa somewhere. Lying to our people. Can't prove a damn thing. I cringe every time I hear the word African American. I can't stand that. I hate the word, I heard those two phrases, African American. And y'all should too. You should hate African American too. Because it has never done anything for the evolution of our people. I'm just looking through these last things, and I'm about to close it out, man. I hope y'all will, extend it. I hope I extended you. Let me get this since I'm up here. Why? Maybe I should save that for Friday. Why intelligent so-called black people should not mix outside their race. Y'all think I should save that? You want me to talk about that before I close out? Why black Americans find it hard to accept. Okay, you think I should do that? You think I should do that? Well, let me say something here. I'm going to say a lot of things, man. Since I'm here, hey, why not answer that question? All right. Y'all want to wait till Friday, or should I answer these last two questions and bump out? I ain't keeping nobody here, am I? All right. Why men are not allowed to have facial hair? Because that's not part of grooming, man. If you look, let me tell you something. If you look at the ancient ancestors, the Olmecs, the Aztec, the Inca, the Mayan, if you look at that, oh, my wife sent me a text. Let me see if she texted me. She probably wants to tell me to wrap it up because I got to do my radio broadcast tonight. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to wait till Friday. Yeah. But I'll answer this one person's question before I let them cook. Okay, I'll answer this one person's question before about the facial hair. Y'all gotta wait till Friday. That means y'all gonna be back here Friday. I'm gonna be live on camera and I'm gonna answer why intelligent so-called black people should not mix outside their race. And I'm gonna answer why black Americans find it hard to accept that they aren't African. I'm gonna answer those on Friday because I done gave a lot tonight. So but I'll answer this last question. If you look at in the ancient world, first of all, we didn't even grow facial hair. That facial hair stuff came from mixing in with other races of people, but we don't really grow facial hair like that. American indigenous people, if you look back at the Olmecs, look back at the Aztec and all of them, notice one thing, look on the walls, they didn't have facial hair. You didn't see any beards, you didn't see no mustaches, you didn't see none of that because obviously they were cleaning their face off, they shaved, they cleaned their face. They didn't wear facial hair back then. That whole facial hair thing is a modern thing. The American Indians, our people, the American Indians didn't have beards. You didn't see that. The American Indians didn't have beards. We didn't have mustaches. We didn't have none of that. We were clean. Our face was clean, man. You see? You know where the beards come from? The beards come from the Greco-Romans, man. All that facial hair come from the Greco-Romans. Look at the Greco-Roman. That's where the whole idea of Jesus with a beard come from, the character of Christ, because Jesus is not real. And that's another thing that Israelites believe. They believe in Jesus. So I already let you know they nothing but Christians. They just call Jesus Yahweh. They believe in Jesus Christ. I'm already done right there. They don't even know that Jesus is not even a real person. And the Israelites, they'll sit here, they'll know, there ain't no Jesus Yahweh. But then they'll tell you about the story of Jesus in the Bible, that he was walking around with 12 disciples. So all you did was take the story of Jesus Christ that was created by the Catholic Church, by the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. All you did was take that story and you adopted it and just changed the name to Yahweh. So y'all just really Christians, man. You Israelites are Christians, man. But all people, and that's why they wear facial hair. The Israelites wear facial hair because of Jesus and so-called Moses and all these other people. But again, those are characters. Moses, Jesus, all these are characters. We, as real people, the Olmecs, I don't care about no Jesus. I don't care about no Moses. I don't care about none of that. I know where we come from. We come from the Olmecs, which is a real people that you can find buried, that they got that left civilization behind that still stand in Mesoamerica today, Mexico and all the other places. We didn't have no facial hair. We didn't have no damn mustaches, none of that. The Olmecs, the Aztec, the Inca, the Mayan, you might have found one or two people that might have had something, but we didn't even grow facial hair. Because, you know, again, our faces stay clean. And that phrase, cleanliness is next to godliness, for, you know, that would mean clean shaven as well. Because to clean your face, to groom your face, that's what you're supposed to do. We ain't supposed to have no hair on our face. That comes from the so-called white man. That comes from the sodomite Greco-Romans in them, because they was bending each other over and stroking each other's beards and stuff like that. And you see a lot of sodomites today, they like facial hair. But then you see that business white man today, he don't wear no facial hair because he's copying from us, man. You see? You got a damn beard. You got all kind of lint in your beard, all kind of debris and particles getting in your face. That stuff attracts lint. Beards attract lint. Why would you want to have a damn beard on your face? That attracts lint. You see, why wouldn't you want to look younger? Because again, when you wear facial hair, that ages you. Why would you want to have facial hair on your face? I heard the Israelites say something stupid like, oh, you ain't no man if you ain't got no beard. So, okay. So what about the Israelite brothers who don't grow facial hair? They not men? And you telling me, oh, to have a beard mean you a man? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. You got females that could grow facial hair. They men? And if that's so, then why y'all listen to the white man? The white man ain't got no facial hair, and he tell you what to do. Why you ain't bossing up on the white man and telling him, I ain't doing nothing you say, cracker. I'm an Israelite with a beard on my face, with a heart. Y'all don't do that now, do you? You go to work for your white bosses who don't got no facial hair. Why you go to work for your white bosses who ain't got no facial hair? Why he telling you what to do? Why you gotta go to the white man who clean shaved with a damn haircut? And let's just keep it real. If it got down to it, the white man told y'all was getting like 40, 50 grand a year, whatever, you know, it was big, and he told you can't wear no beard. Y'all niggas are shaving beards right off your face, so cut it out. If the white man told you, oh, you want this job, you want to sit this, I seriously doubt these Israelites they wouldn't shave their face. They're gonna shave all that shit off their face. All of it. So miss me with the BS, okay? We in the real world over here. We Americans, okay? We Americans, okay? We Americans, we American Indians, but we put an American first. We American indigenous people. Join the Republic of America, the first American indigenous community, the real American Indian community, the real American community. Join the Republic of America. You see the link right there, AmericanRepublicWorldwide.com. Go to AmericanRepublicWorldwide.com and become a registered American Indigenous man, American Indigenous woman, American Indian man, American Indian woman. Join the Republic of America. So we can finally have our own real American community, because we are the American community. We the American community. These other people are not Americans. And it's time that we stood up for that. And that's all I got, man. Everything else I'm going to save till Friday, man. So thank y'all for listening. Tune back in Friday. I'm going to be about 6:30. You know, I'm busy and everything, doing a lot of stuff. Subscribe to I don't ask for nothing, but I would like you all to subscribe to my Mentellect Patreon page, MENTELLECT. Subscribe to Mentellect Patreon. Subscribe to the Mentellect Patreon men's channel. Subscribe to the Mentellect Patreon women's channel for practical and pragmatic ways of manhood and womanhood, how to grow yourself into men and real women, which is a problem our people have, because a lot of our people are still operating as males and females out here. And I'm going to break down again the difference between men and women and males and females. So, right, come on home to our people, man. Come home to the, it is what it is. And that's it. What am I closing out with? I'm play a little bit of music. Heat wave. Good night.
I'd give plenty time to all these decisions lying in my mind. Holding hands or put my arms around her waist. Neither one of these two will I try and hate. Taking my time to work the problem out, yet trying to convince her that there is no need for doubt. Myself again to think deep within, and remember when we first met we were only friends. Throw a kiss or try to taste her tenderness. Will these be the factors that will make our life a trip? But just in case things don't settle well with her, I'll say that I'm sorry and keep hoping for the best. decide how to go. Is she mine? I want to know. So don't think too long.